Hey guys, what's going on? So Region 5 or Region 13 is now through 5 weeks. I've been able to get the spreadsheet updated with the Saturday games. And thank you to, I can't remember the guy's name. I think it was Terry Mason on the JJ Huddle site, pointed out a couple inconsistencies that I had is based on points gained against out-of-state opponents. So I got those figures updated and got them put corrected in the spreadsheet, and I'll put the updated spreadsheet out there in on my Google Docs page, so that everybody can take a look at that too. Didn't change much. There's just a few, like I said, half points and that scored incorrectly. So this week, what I'm going to do is we're going to work from the minimum amount of points if they win out, just like we've done last week. Work our way up from the bottom to the top, and I'll throw in a few little nuances for each of the different teams where I feel that they're important to go ahead and mention. So let's start at the bottom with the least amount of points that they can get if they win out, that they're guaranteed if they win out, and that would be John Glenn. John Glenn is guaranteed 10 points if they win out. Obviously, they are in must-win situations for playoffs and to host a game realistically. I think we all realize that even if they would go 5-5 and win the rest of the games, they're probably already pretty much out of the playoffs. Above John Glenn, you got Buckeye Local with 10.08 points. Essentially the same situation going on there as John Glenn. Above Buckeye Local is East Liverpool. They can get to 10. They're guaranteed 10.24 points if they win out. So they're also in a pretty tough position as far as playoff hunt goes. Riverview with 11.05 guaranteed points if they win out. 0-4, so they're in a tough spot. And above them is Minerva, who's also 0-4 with 11.55 guaranteed points if they win out. Minerva actually maxes out at 15.95. And to put into perspective, Johnstown is already guaranteed a minimum of 11.64. So I would venture to say that this week we'll see Minerva be mathematically eliminated from being able to obviously get to the number 1 seed. But if their number drops down to 13, 14 point range, you may see Johnstown, Steubenville, St. Clairsville, and probably Salem all. If Salem would win, that would give all 4 of them enough points to already basically guarantee themselves the position over Minerva. So as we move up in points, or guaranteed points if you win out, so above Minerva, 23rd place, 23rd rank, is Canal Fulton Northwest. They're 3-2. They get to 11.57 points without, or guaranteed by winning out, but they still can get to 30.92 points. So if they can get back on the right track, win a couple games here, they do still have the chance of definitely making the playoffs. Above them, we have Ontario with 11.9 guaranteed points if they win out. And at 21st is Byesville Meadowbrook with 12.48 points guaranteed if they win out. Obviously, Meadowbrook is, I believe, 5-0. They could get up to 30.31 points by winning out, and they already are sitting with 5.28 guaranteed points. regardless of whether they win another game. But because most of the teams they play are small schools and a lot of the teams they play don't play each other. They don't have a high guaranteed points. They're relying on those teams to all win games, against other teams. So above Meadowbrook in 20th place, we've got New Lex. New Lex, actually, we'll call it 19th place, is New Lex and Shelby are tied at 19th place with 12.6 points guaranteed if they win out. In 18th place, we got Lisbon Beaver. They're currently in 16th in the region, and they can get to 12.74 points just by winning out. Above Lisbon Beaver, you have Yerkesville Claymont with who's in 24th place overall, 17th place in guaranteed points if they win out with 12.8 points. Above Yerkesville Claymont is Amanda Clear Creek, who's 23rd in the region right now, 16th in guaranteed points if they win out with 13.35. Above Amanda Clear Creek is another Mid-State League team, which is Fairfield Union, and they are 15th either way you look at it. So they've got 3.05 points right now and would be guaranteed 13.6 points if they would win out. Above Fairfield Union is Canton South, who's currently 20th in the region with 2.15 points, but 14th in guaranteed points if they win out with 14.05 points. Above Canton South, we've got Philo, who's sitting there at 3-2. They got 3.4 points right now, and 14.85 points guaranteed if they would win out. That puts them 13th in that ranking. They're currently 14th in the region, though. Above Philo, we've got Indian Valley. Indian Valley is currently 7th in the region with 6.6 points. They're 12th in this ranking with 15.8 guaranteed points if they win out. Above Indian Valley, actually and this is where we start at. Okay. Above Indian Valley is Heath. They're currently 10th in the region with 5.4 points. They have a minimum guaranteed of 17.12 points if they win out, which guarantees them, at worst, 26th place in the region. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about each of the teams from here on. Essentially, if they win out, they're already guaranteeing themselves to not finish last in the region. And that would be, the teams that we'll highlight up above here. Cambridge, 18th in the region right now with 2.55 points. They're 10th in this ranking with 17.15 points. And again, they would be able to finish. They would finish no worse than 26th if they win out. Above Cambridge, you've got Indian Creek. Indian Creek is 9th in the region right now with 6.03 points. They're also 9th overall, or in this ranking, with 17.53 points. And Indian Creek, if they would win out, would finish no worse than 24th place in the region. Above Indian Creek, you have Bloom Carroll. They are 11th in the region with 5.35 points. 8th in this ranking with a guaranteed minimum of 18.45 points. And they would finish no worse than 23rd if they win out. Above Bloom Carroll is Lakewood. Lakewood is 19th in the region right now with 2.06 points. They have a guaranteed minimum of 18.98 points if they win out. And they would finish no worse than 22nd if they win out. Above Lakewood is Licking Valley, who's 8th place in the region with 6.08 points right now. They're 6th in this ranking with 19.75 points. and they would finish no worse than 22nd if they would win out. Above Licking Valley is Maysville. Maysville's fourth in the region right now with 8.4 points. They are fifth in this ranking with 20.55 points. They got a big matchup with Tri-Valley left, I know. And they would be guaranteed no worse than 20th if they win out. Above Maysville, we've got Steubenville. Steubenville is second in the region right now with 12.73 points. They have a guaranteed minimum of 21.18 points. And they would finish no worse than 16th if they win out. Above Steubenville, we've got St. Clairsville. They're currently third in the region with 10.39 points. They have a guaranteed minimum of 21.2 points. And they are guaranteed no worse than 15th place if they win out. That takes us up to Salem. Salem's currently fifth in the region with 8.3 points. Salem would be guaranteed no worse than 22.05 points if they win out, which puts them in a position to finish no worse than 15th as well if they would win out. And above Salem, we've got Johnstown. Johnstown has 13.43 points, which is first in the region. They are first in this ranking with a guaranteed minimum of 25.15 points if they win out. They already have the most guaranteed points if they win out with or even if they don't win out with 11.64 points. That's where they're at right now. And they would finish no worse than 12th place as long as they win out. Obviously, something to note, so I said they'd finish no worse than 12th place. So that takes them down through, the maxes of the top 12. And a couple of those teams, they actually still have games against. They'll still face off against Heath as well as Licking Valley. So realistically, if they win out, they're going to be finishing. Right now, they would be guaranteed no worse than 10th place, actually, if they win out. So they're definitely in the driver's seat still to win be the number one seed in the region going into the playoffs, and definitely control. They're going to be the first to be able to control their own destiny if they can win this week. And I'm not sure who their opponent is this week. It's either Northridge or North Catholic. I haven't looked at the schedules yet for this week, but that either way, they're going to get a lot of points this weekend because both of those teams are sitting at 4-1, so they definitely got the potential to get a lot of points. So that is it for this week. Just to give an update real quick on Region 5, I think I have I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 more schools that I need to look at in Region 5, and then I'll be able to put together a Region 5 update like this Region 13 update. What I'll probably do is kind of the same process. Get the spreadsheet up hopefully tomorrow. Then I will try to get a video posted of Region 5 on Wednesday, and then maybe do a write-up on Thursday. Region 13, though, the spreadsheet's posted, and I will try to get this video up today. Today's Monday, and then I will get the full write-up ready for it for Tuesday, hopefully. So if you have any questions, leave a comment on the YouTube video here. Put something on JJ Huddle, Yappy.com, either one. Send me an email. Find me on Twitter at CMelik. However, if I get a question, though, I will definitely do my best to respond to it. So have a good week, guys.